Live from Atlanta. You're listening to the Too Bold Come Up, Economic Empowerment, the latest news, politics, and entertainment. Get it raw and get it uncut. Now for the man that always keeps it real. Too Bold.
I didn't even want to come back again, but these people on Facebook are just trying me or something. I don't know. But like I said, y'all come on my page talking smack. I'm going to give you an opportunity to say some stuff. So right now, I'm talking to a friend of mine, Marc. Now, this guy right here wrote, hold on, let me go back and read what he wrote about this Obama situation. And so, hold on, let me go down here and read what he wrote. It was kind of lengthy. He said, why do you hate Obama so much? You keep downing Obama to lift Trump. Did you do your research? Do you know the unemployment rate was 10% when Obama took office? It was 4.9 when Trump took office. But you think Trump did that? Did you know Obama released more nonviolent prisoners than any president in history? Did you know that Obama provided more funding for HBCs than any presidents put together? Did you know Obama deported more Hispanics than any other president in history and had the lowest immigration rate in history? Did you know that DACA provided a way to document immigrants and bring a solution to the rise of illegal immigrants? Did you know Obama made it much easier to receive emergency help with food and child care? Did you know Obama provided health care for everyone despite Republican resistance? The same things you praise Trump for, you condemn Obama for. At what point will you believe that Trump could have never did what Obama did with the condition of this country when he got into office? You have become the person we have seen throughout the history of the black race. Oh, yeah, we're going to get on that right there. All right. I know you, and I know you would sell a nigga into slavery at the drop of a hat. God, dog. If you could make $1. Whoa. Okay. Yes, a boss. Okay. All right. We go get on all that. I know you voted for Trump, and that's enough evidence that you believe in his doctrine, whatever that may be. Quite frankly, it's people like you that ignore the fact that Obama left his country and the economy in great shape, but you bash him only to justify Trump's false narratives. It is people like you who are entertained by Trump and continue to make excuses for that embarrassment and to continue to spread his hateful rhetoric. Every time you say Obama did nothing for black people, did you realize you are disrespecting exactly what Trump says? We as a people could get back to reality a lot quicker if we stop listening to people like you. You and Kanye should be ashamed of your opinions. Okay. You said a whole lot, brother. You said a whole lot. I think, how are you doing, first of all? We hadn't talked in a minute.
I'm good, man.
You good?
God is good.
All right. God is good all the time. Definitely that right there. All right. So, unfortunately, my brother, your feelings of, as far as your outlook of how you think I am is totally wrong. But I don't think that – I think I understand your emotions, but I don't think you've read enough to understand where I am. I think that I'm ahead of you and you haven't caught up yet. Or we see the game a little different as far as trying to get to the end result. So I'm looking at everything you wrote, and I understand, okay, let me go back through it. First of all, I like Obama. I think that Obama was epitome. It's great that we were able to see African-American man and woman together, working together with class. And I think that was very valuable, particularly with the state that we're in right now. But at the end of the day, business is business. And when I vote for someone, that vote carries an expectation. I don't just vote to vote. And most people don't vote to vote. Most people vote to get a benefit. And so what I keep saying about Obama over and over again, everything that you said he did, I'm not even going to dispute any of it. But what I'm saying is that how much of that was specifically done for us? Because we voted for him, specifically for him, 95% on both elections. Now, who did he do something for? Before you even comment, let me give you the facts. I know you got some facts too. But there were 3 groups of people that he did something specifically for. Okay? The Jews got reparations for the Holocaust. We didn't even have anything to do with the Holocaust. These are just facts. Okay? The American Indians got reparations for treaty violations. The gay community finally got an opportunity to get married. Now, these are 3 specific groups of people that Obama signed off on and gave them benefits. With us voting for him 95% of the time, you can't tell me one legislation that he passed specifically for us. And here's the thing. The excuse that people give that, you know what, he was a president for everybody. He couldn't do anything for us because, hey, he was a president for everybody. He's been out of office for like 3 years. Tell me one time that he has ever addressed the black community. And right now, he probably has more power and influence in the black community than anyone else. He has never come out and say, you know what, black people, you need to focus on getting married because wealth and marriage go hand in hand. You need to stop spending all your money, give all your money away. He hasn't said anything. When he came to Morehouse here in Atlanta, when he was trying to get Abrams elected, that brother was still talking about everybody. And anytime you do something for everybody, guess what? We're going to be the last on that list. But go ahead. Tell me why you think Trump is so bad.
Well, Bernice, it's good to talk to you and all of your listeners. But let me say this. Let me start with the last thing you said, and we can probably work our way backwards. When people say, well, Obama never did anything specifically for us as a people, that was never Obama's fault. First of all, if they had passed human rights instead of civil rights, because civil rights restrict you from doing anything specifically for any generation or any race.
I thought I just gave you some examples. I thought I just gave you some examples of, forget the gays, because that's everybody in that. But I thought I gave you 2 specific examples that was based on race.
Yeah, let me work my way back, like I said.
Okay.
As I said, civil rights was issued when we should have been getting human rights, because our black leaders at that time, all of which were assassinated, never preached for civil rights. Martin Luther King never wanted civil rights. He wanted social change, human rights. It wasn't a civil issue. It was a race issue, and it needed to be corrected. It's never been corrected into this place. What Obama did was he worked the system, and he moved things around to make it easier for you and me. And he didn't start from the top. He started from the bottom up.
Give me a specific example. Right now, you're still vague. Give me specifics.
Okay, let me be more specific. One of the things that I wrote in your post is that Obama made it easier for you to go get food stamps and go get child care, which was not just for us.
Hold on. Once again, you can't go there, brother, because, okay, understand, when I listen to you and when you throw out what Obama's done, only thing I'm thinking about is that was for everybody. What I'm asking you is, tell me, as an African-American man, me and you, tell me, what did he do specifically for us that no one else benefited from for the 95% voting that we gave him on both elections. I gave you some examples where when he gave out the money to the Jews, if you were Mexican, you didn't get that money. I gave you specific race and a specific action by him. You're coming back with food stamps. Everybody, everybody, give me some specifics. And see, the bottom line is you're going to have to change this topic. No, but don't tell me anything. I'm going to be quiet, brother, but don't tell me something that everybody can benefit from. And what you're going to do is you're just going to be quiet because there is nothing that he did that didn't benefit everybody.
Let me go back 2 steps, because when I said that it was about civil, see, that didn't apply to black folks. And the United States been giving the Jews over $90 billion a year since 1990. That didn't happen under Obama. They've been doing that. What he did do in that case, since you asked, is he did not increase the Jewish Holocaust fund that had been increasing every year. So when you say, well, he did this for the Jews, no, he did not. Well, it was already being done. That was not Obama's doing.
When you get off, one thing about Google, I can't debate with facts.
You don't want to hear that.
No, I just said, look. No, I said that's all you got to do.
Yeah,
it's there.
Go Google that. It's there.
It's there. He passed specifically for them, the Obama administration. Google Obama administration, Jews. It's gonna come right up. But once again,
what you're doing is you're only hold on, because that's what I said to you. Well, the only thing you're doing is highlighting what you can use against them. But use that same subject, Obama administration is Jews. Why don't you just Google the reparations to Jewish people and see how far that goes back? And then really read what his legislation was all about, not the headline to it.
All right.
Because he didn't create any reparation for Jewish people. It had already been done.
October 2nd, 2015, Obama administration earmarks $12 million for Jewish Holocaust survivors. There it is right there. Moving on.
Okay.
What I'm asking.
Don't move on. Keep Googling. See how much has been being given to the Jews. You said $15 billion?
No, this right here.
$90 billion.
No, this right here, I think you're getting off what I'm saying. This was $12 million. What I'm asking you is this. This headline, I'm not saying nothing that you're saying is not accurate. But right now, what I'm reading is Obama administration earmarks $12 million for Holocaust survivors. What I'm saying is that show me where Obama administration earmarked so-and-so for African Americans. Show me that.
No, you cannot earmark it for a particular race in the United States. The money that was being given, it wasn't given to Jews in the United States. It was given to Israel.
You can earmark money to slavery victims. The point is this. You're not going to be able to find it. We're just going to go in circles. Everything he did was for everybody and not specifically for us. And the reason why it's not in his heart, and the reason why I say that is because after he's been out all of this time, he still has not said anything to the black community. That's not that dude. Bottom line, he looked good, blah, 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 but that wasn't in his heart. So I still don't understand why the reason why Trump even got in is because so many people were frustrated that they didn't vote. Now, when Trump, the last election, how many brothers you know said they were not voting at all? How many? Keep it real.
Lots of them.
Come on, man. Keep it. Thank you for keeping it real, brother. Lots of them. And the reason why they felt like that is because they didn't get anything from the deal. They thought that, okay, well, you know what? Obama's in there. He understands our struggle. He knows what we're going through. Somehow, no. And the thing is that the same thing is going on the other side. The bottom line, people don't want to realize, we voted for him because he was black. Mistake. Here's the thing. You got a lot of people in the trailer park, poor white people, they're voting for Trump for the same reason. everybody's wrong. If you voted for Obama because he was black, not only were you wrong, but you were fooled. If you're voting for Trump and you're poor, you're doing the same thing. And that's what keeps us divided. The race crap only keeps the people at the top with all of the money. If you go to a Trump rally and he sits back and says, okay, y'all, you can put a camera on the Trump rally and everybody may look the same. But how about if he says, you know what? I want everybody to separate by wealth. The picture changes. Nobody wants to see that picture.
Let me break something down to you, because you're overlooking a lot of things.
Break it down.
By you singling out Trump, Obama signed this in for Jews, but didn't sign in reparations for blacks. That's not how it works at the presidency level. He just can't go and say, okay, from now on, we're going to give millions and millions of dollars. All that has to be appropriated. We have to go to Congress and all those types of things. Those type of things have to happen. And then you're dispelling the fact that Obama was working against a Republican Senate and a House. So you're not counting none of that. And their whole idea goes back to a central idea that's been going on in this country for a very, very long time. And until you make some money, you may never hear it yourself.
Have you ever been a president?
And they've been enacting this. No, I've never been the president.
Okay, cool.
Of course not.
All right. So now I understand what you're saying,
I know parliamentary procedures
okay.
in this country. And if you don't know that, then you very well can get easily misguided that, Obama never did anything. But the fact that
I'm waiting for a specific example.
The condition of where our country, there is no specific example of any race that Obama signed anything to. Because if you look at the same thing that you're reading off Google, he didn't give it to Jewish people in America. This treaty had been going on, and in fact, they created.
I don't want to talk about the Jews. I want to talk about us.
Hold on. The same treaty that you're talking about was actually written in France in 2014. So
what I'm asking you, all
of NATO and all the EU, and being a part of that, then of course the United States had to do as well.
What I'm asking
Trump
you
is saying right now, well, we do too much for the European Union and
what
and
I'm
NATO.
asking you that you have still. I don't believe in excuses, and I don't believe. I'm asking
I'm
you
not making excuses.
What I'm
doing is correcting what you're saying.
You have
you're
no
saying
answer.
Obama never did nothing for blacks.
You have
he never
no
did for
answer.
Whites either,
okay, so
he never did anything specifically for whites either.
So what I'm saying
or Indians or Jewish Americans
so
or
cool.
Mexican Americans.
So
our country is not built that way.
Okay,
so what are you saying? Trump is doing something for black people?
So let me ask you this
Trump
right here.
For black people.
So let me ask you this. this right here. And
let me be specific.
I understand.
Let me answer your question.
You're getting really emotional. See, anytime you don't have,
I'm not getting emotional.
Yeah, but
you won't let me talk.
Anytime you don't have the
let
facts,
me answer your question.
You have to get emotional.
This is what Obama did specifically for blacks.
There we go.
He gave more to HBUs than any president.
Okay, hold on. Stop. What school you went to?
I went to a HBC.
Okay, so hold on for a second. Once again, and I don't know what school you went to, Mark. I don't know. Before you throw that out like that, the first thing that comes to my mind, and anybody else that's educated that's listening to this, is how much money did he give to the other schools also? See, the
other schools, the white ones?
Oh my God!
I thought you wanted to know what he did.
No. Listen, what I'm telling you, I say, anytime you do for everybody, we're gonna get less than everybody. I say
he didn't do it for every university.
Listen,
he did it for historically black colleges.
If he gave whatever money he gave to historically black colleges, he probably gave 3 times that amount to those other colleges too. No,
we'll prove that.
Look at
you asked me to answer your question.
No,
what did he do specifically for black people?
No.
See, and I know.
So what you're saying? So hold on. Matter of fact, what I even go into Google. Let me give you this, because if I remember correctly, his whole thing was supporting those community colleges and putting money in those community colleges. He ran on that. So all I'm saying is this: don't act as if he said, you know what? We're gonna help some colleges. That money's gonna go to the HBCUs. That's it. No community colleges, no other colleges gonna get any money but HBCUs. That didn't happen, brother. What I'm telling you is he gave money and helped a whole bunch of colleges, including those colleges. Okay? He probably helped a whole bunch of people get food stamps, including black people. He probably did a whole bunch of stuff to help everybody that included black people. But once again, my point that I'm making, and you have yet to give me an example, the point that I'm making is when you do something for everybody, we get less than everybody. Just like a black woman fighting for women's rights. How can you fight for women's rights before you fight for black rights? Because once the women line up and get what they want, you're going to be last in the line. So when I ask you a specific question, I'm looking for a specific answer, and you can't give me something vague or something that affected everybody. Now, back on Trump, once again, it's not a matter of me liking Trump. I just feel that Trump represents what America really is. I think that more CEOs in this country think and move just like Trump. And I think that Obama had us sleeping. And the reason why I voted for Trump, because I realized that after we didn't get anything from Obama, voting for Hillary would have had us sleeping for another 4 years. On top of the fact her husband wrote the 3 strikes you're out that affected us more than anybody else. Who do you think is taking that law out? You wouldn't believe. Hold on. But who do you think is reversing that law? Make a wild guess. If I said Trump, you wouldn't believe me, huh? I wrote on my timeline, I said, look, Trump is in Atlanta talking directly to us. I told everybody to look at my timeline and look at Trump talking directly to black people.
Yeah, he wants your vote,
and hold on. Regardless, they all pimps.
He'll buy it.
Okay, cool. Hey, a whole bunch of pimps. Cool. But guess what? What I'm saying is this. We have 8 years of presidential footage. And I said, show me some footage of Obama talking directly to us. No one commented, no like, no check, no footage. So what I'm telling you is this. I'm a chess player, not checkers. So I look at the move that affects the move that's going to make the next move. The only thing that's going to get us from where we are is brothers owning their business and hiring each other, period. And how I know that, and this has nothing to do, I really don't think, I have a very diverse group of friends. It's like I get along with everybody, so that's how I was raised. But before I can deal with other people's problems, I have to focus on my problems that's going to affect me first. And so what I'm saying is that until we create businesses and are able to support other brothers raising their family and put the men in the rightful place in the household where they should be, so that the men and the women can get married and raise these kids, until we do that, we're in trouble. How do I know? Because it's already been proven. How can the Hispanics come over here in one generation and build more wealth than us? It's simple. Because their family unit stayed intact. Because they bypassed slavery and didn't go through that crap, their family, man, woman, child, stayed intact. Everywhere around the world, the same formula works. We are the most non-traditional people in America. Our men want to be women and our women want to be men. And because the families are not together, we're crumbling. So how do you correct the problem? You got some people think that, hey, someone's going to come and help us. Ain't nobody coming to help us. The Democrats have not done anything for us.
And neither has Trump. In fact, Trump is hurting us.
Guess what? I want my enemy. I don't know what kind of warrior, and I know you're a warrior, brother. I know you're a warrior. I don't know what kind of enemy, how you deal with your enemies, but I like my enemies up close. I would prefer. I would prefer.
If you read
Art
of War, there's several. Attila the Hun. How he was so successful is because he appeared weak, and they relaxed every time he appeared weak, and he could easily flank them at that point.
Gotcha.
They were asleep.
That's one.
Attack them in their sleep.
Well, how about
they
really? How about they're really
savage.
weak? How about they really are weak? Here's my whole point, brother. What I'm saying is this: whatever enemy I have, I want to know who. I would prefer to deal with someone who I know who he is than to deal with somebody who I think he's something that he's really not. In other words, if I had to vote for Trump or Hillary again, I would still vote for Trump again because I think I know him better than I know her. I think that she was a historic politician, and I do not know who she is. I think that if I went up to her, and
you think you know who Trump is?
I think that if I saw
who
Trump,
is Trump?
I think that if I saw him anywhere, I know what I would get. I think
you knew he was a lying, stealing,
yes.
And you voted for that?
Guess what?
That's what you voted for.
The country that you live in.
Did you know
the
Obama
country that you live in was founded.
Was the president of Harvard.
The country that you live in. That's what made it great. How do you think America became a world power?
It wasn't because of
my goodness. You think
voting in somebody like Trump as the president.
Listen, brother.
Let me give you some facts.
After the Holocaust, let me ask you this. After the Holocaust, let me ask you this. The Holocaust was a terrible time. Those people went through hell. Very bad time, just like slavery was. Okay? So I have Jewish friends, and I went to the Jewish Museum and stuff like that. That's a bad time in history, period. Let me ask you this. All of those damn scientists that was working over there, what happened to them?
Oh, yeah, they were sold off.
Sold off to who?
Germany, Russia, America.
Whoa.
What happened in those times, there was this guy named Albert Einstein in World War II. You know what Albert Einstein did?
What did he
gave the recipe of the atomic bomb to every country.
Mm-hmm.
Because no one should have dominion over that type of power. And we are living in a country that someone like Trump will take dominion over his power. This is why he has to go.
No.
This is why we cannot have that. Listen, I'm going to give you some facts. You mentioned that yourself. What happened to the greatest of those scientists? Defected. And when he defected from Germany, he gave everybody.
I think a lot of those, I think that the U.S. government got a lot of those guys to have them come over here and work for them so that they can have an advantage in the world. Now,
and so did Germany.
So cool. So my whole thing is this right here, and you really gonna be tripping on this one because I got this all the time about even slavery. Can you blame the white man for slavery before you blame the Africans?
Of course you can.
How?
It was their idea. It became as an idea.
No.
To be able to wait, man. Wait, listen. Who else were they going to get to pick that cotton? They weren't going to do it.
That's not the point I'm making. That's not the point. We already know that the Indians and the rest of the races of people were not strong enough to do it. That's not my point I'm making. What I'm trying to tell you is this. No one could have went to Africa and could have taken anything from Africa. So the point I'm making is when they came to Africa, it was the black people that sold other black people.
They couldn't do that?
Listen, you can't. Those boys back then could not roll into Africa and take anything without permission. What I'm
Okay,
what
let's
so
as
so
I
what
said
I'm so what
before,
so what I'm
let's
saying
get
is
away from the theory and let's get to some facts.
so
about
here
that.
here
Because
here.
if you believe the only way Africans got from Africa was being sold by another Negro, you're wrong about that. They have multiple techniques of how they can get them on them ships. It wasn't just
Okay, cool.
Go get me.
I let.
So how was they selling them? So how do you sell somebody? What do you tell the person you selling? What do you do? Handcuff them? Just like you say.
Once again, you're not understanding what I'm saying. Let me back up.
No, I do understand.
No. What I'm saying is this right here. Right now in 2019, while the rest of the world was basing on race their team, everybody else was looking at each other. Okay, you look like me. We're on the same team. The Africans were not. And they were selling people that looked just like them to these other people. Now, right now in 2019, you have Africans that come to America. If they from Nigeria, if they could be from Ghana, all these other places in Africa, and when they get over here, they're still separate. They're all black people. In 2019, those people still don't see each other as we're all black. That whole country, which is the richest continent in the world, all the natural resources, gold, all these cell phones, everything is from Africa. But because they do not look at each other as black people and cannot consolidate and control their power, then that whole country is dysfunctional. The Chinese, the Chinese is buying it up, all kind of stuff going on. So
I've been in Nigeria.
Man, I can go anywhere in the world. That ain't the point. The whole point is,
have you though?
No, I haven't.
Okay, I have. What you're saying is an American opinion. You haven't been there. That reminds me that you watched the Tarzan movie when they was all Jujus. Because that's not how it is.
So when the Ethiopians, so when the Nigerians and Ethiopians, when they all come over here, you can't even tell them apart. Or do the Nigerians stay in one part, the Ethiopians stay in another part, or they continue to view themselves as separate even today?
That happens everywhere, Darnay.
What are you talking about?
God separated us as tribes.
What are you talking? Listen. Black people in the United States, we're all different shades, different colors. We see each other, we black. What I'm trying to tell you is
the point. Let me give you a better example.
The point I'm making is this: those people,
East Coast, West Coast,
those people in
got
Africa,
gangs that live on one side of the town, on the other side of the town,
look,
they fight each other.
irrelevant.
You live on this side of the town.
Irrelevant.
I'm from the east side, and you from the west side.
What I'm saying is that
we've been conditioned.
You cannot blame when you talk when you talk about condition. Where does it start? When you bring back the clock, what I'm trying to tell you is this: people quick to start talking about slavery, blah blah blah. But you got to go back. There's not one ship that came from Africa over here trying to get us back. Not one.
Listen, man. There was actually a lot of ships that left here going back, and they was piloted by a guy named Marcus Garvey.
Okay. I said, you didn't hear what I said.
You forgot about it.
No. I know Marcus Garvey from Jamaica, from Jamaica, but that's not what I said. You didn't listen to what I said. I said there was not no ship from Africa coming to try to bring their people back to where they from. In other words, if you come to America, if any country comes over here and you take millions of people or you take thousands of people of Americans, there's going to be a consequence to that.
You're talking apples and oranges right now. Of course there's going to be consequences because you got the ability to fly right over there. When they came and took some people from that land, they didn't know where they took them to. They had no clue until they was able to reach one another through passage. They actually had to come here to find out where they were.
They didn't care, Mark. They didn't care. That's why they continued to.
You don't, like I said, you ain't been there to actually hear hear somebody in Nigeria or in Ghana say, we care about our black brothers in the United States.
Man,
we miss our black brothers in the United States. We wish this had never happened.
Okay, well, I tell you what.
But they still have the slave holding places in memorial. You ain't seen none of that.
Right, well, I tell you what.
You got to go before you can face that opinion that way. You got to go see some of this stuff, man.
Yeah, you're right, bro.
They did.
You're right.
They work. You think they wasn't concerned?
Listen.
What is that? What are you saying?
Let me get my passport first. Let me try to get my passport, then I'm gonna go.
Kidnapped him. So you telling me in those days if someone kidnapped your son and takes him on a ship to America, you won't be concerned or hurt?
Here's my whole point. Here's my whole point that I'm making. When you talk about slavery, talk about it right. Don't go and blame it. Don't blame the white man before you blame the brother. That's all I'm saying.
You got to practice what you preach.
And what is that?
They didn't come over to Africa with some pop guns. They were heavily armed. There were battles. There was nearly wars.
Dude, you cannot dude, you don't like I said.
Jump on the ship. Yeah. You said, get on the ship.
Like I said, maybe what you need to do, hit Netflix and watch Shaka Zulu or something. I don't think you accurately know.
So much TV.
Yeah, no, you cannot go. No one could not have gone. No one could not have gone in that continent and take those people. Those people sold their own people because they did not look at them as their own. They looked at them as tribes, blah, blah, blah. While they were doing that tribe. Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish. While they were on that tribe crap, even though they looked exactly like them, the rest of the world was on the race crap. Eventually, who really won? Because it looks like the race crap won. Because now these fools trying to take back their country because the other races have come in, and because they're still more intact than them that live there, they're taking over. Now you're reading headlines about them fighting to get their country back. They shouldn't have been going anywhere in the first place if they're working together. It should be the United States of Africa. Everything in Africa, okay, should be together. But the whole thing is divide and conquer. My whole thing is when you talk about history and you talk about it, make sure it's right. When you start talking about who did what and pushing this blame out, boom.
Let me concede to your point.
So there you go.
Let me concede something to your point. I'm not saying that there weren't black people out there selling them, telling them where to find them at, giving them maps, giving them techniques how to capture their work.
They already had them there in exchange for whatever they wanted. They got pimped.
So you telling me a handful of people captured tribes?
Dude, they can't. Dude, read. You don't read. Once again, dude, they came with guns, whatever material that they thought that was valuable, and they exchanged it for their brothers. These are facts.
Let me concede to your point.
Yeah, I mean it's facts.
As I'm trying to say.
Go ahead.
Okay, but listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying that what you say didn't happen. What I'm saying is don't allow that to be your crutch or your defense to and your ignorance to what actually did happen. See, they didn't come there. Nobody volunteered to get on those ships. And those few trappers that you speak of, you cannot identify the whole race of people over there as being that. Because as I said before, they fought and died before they got on them ships. And died on them ships, fought on them ships. So it was no surrender involved in trapping those people that way. Yeah. That's not how it happened.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah, you lost.
You mean, let me explain.
I don't know what you're talking
about. Just like you say. Well, let me clarify it for you. The people, the black people that sold the slaves, as you say, to the slaves on the ship. Those people, those were not the only people involved. They were not the reason that it happened that way. They only participated, and they are not the majority of thinking of how it went there. You're only taking the negative part of what happened with that race of people, with the black race of people, and using that as the definition of it.
I'm still lost.
That's not the definition.
My only point that I was trying to make, which I think in your own way you can agree with. The bottom line is, like I said, now that we're getting ready to have this conversation, it's coming about reparations. I mean, the fact that right now we own 0.5% of the country's wealth, which is the same amount we own one day after slavery. You cannot refute the fact that slavery is the cause and a direct reflection. Slavery directly caused where we are right now. You cannot refute that. There's no way possible.
I don't refute
and so,
that.
And so I know
what
you
I'm
don't. But
is,
so what I'm saying is,
don't blame the rapist.
I'm not blaming
the victim for the rape.
No. That's what I'm.
Black people were the victim.
But
those white people that went to get them were the guilty ones.
But you
don't blame it on the person that sold it to them.
I think that's not right. That's where we disagree. What I'm saying, we know that the black people were the victims, but guess what? They were also. You have to go back.
They weren't the culprit.
You cannot blame the white man for taking advantage of an opportunity that the black people helped them create. If they wouldn't sell their own people, if they would not sell their own people, then they would not have been able to take advantage of them, because you can't go up in there. It's almost like you got a house, a protected house that no one can go in unless they let you go in.
Darnique, because you deceive me does not make me ignorant. It makes you ignorant. So whoever bears the deception is the ignorant one, not the one.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
What you're saying is, what I'm saying to you is, you cannot blame the ones who sold the slaves to the white folks for slavery. Okay, you can only blame the white people for slavery.
So what I would say is this: we will agree to disagree. We're never gonna see eye to eye on that. That's the craziest thing I ever heard.
I don't believe anyone other than the white race.
I don't agree with that. You got the guy that sold the gun, and then the guy that bought the gun went out and killed somebody, and no one else has guns, but you don't want to blame the guy that sold him the gun in the first place. It just doesn't make work to me. But hey, it is what it is. But back on Trump, like I said, I think that
I don't think you should blame the guy for murder who sold the gun. You blame the guy who commits the murder for murder.
I agree with that. But once again,
the white man is the one who went and got them. The black people that sold them off didn't go find those white people to start slavery.
It doesn't matter.
Those white people started slavery themselves, not the.
Well, I don't agree with none of that, because it was already slavery in Africa already, bro. Not only that, if you know history, but guess what? If you really looked at history, like I said, you have to read. First of all, black people owned slaves here in America. That's the whole purpose of the Bacon's Rebellion. If you go back to 1676 in the colonies, so other black people before that point, it wasn't based upon race; it was based upon your wealth. So you had black people that owned slaves also. See, you're talking about an economic situation, a money situation. That's what it was about. But at the same time,
I don't disagree with that.
But once again, like I said, I just don't like people to go and point the finger at this without bearing the responsibility. Like I said, to this day, I don't care what you say. I know, and I travel a whole lot. And I know a whole bunch of Nigerians, whole bunch of people from Ghana, whole bunch of people from Ethiopia. They come over here, and all of those people live separate. You can look at here in Atlanta, and they live in different parts of town. They're all from Africa. They all look the same. They all look the same to me. They all look the same to me.
You can't judge Nigeria from the Nigerians that you meet here in the United States. Man, you gotta go to Nigeria.
Man, what Scarface said? You'll get old. Look, people are people around the world, bro. People are people. The whole point I'm making is everybody's coming here to seek better opportunity. But guess what? If they were working together, then they wouldn't have to go nowhere because they're from the richest land in the world. Whoever runs Africa runs the world. Why you think they killed Gaddafi? I mean, because if the currency goes to gold, we're screwed because all the gold is in Africa. The only problem with Africa is that those people do not work together because they don't see each other. They don't see each other as the same. They're not playing on the same set of rules that these other people were playing on since the 1800s.
You need to go to Africa and you need to go to these countries before
man,
you
I look, bro, look, I can go to Africa next week. I'm not tripping on going to Africa, man. I can go if I want to.
You that your opinion will change.
Well, look,
because that's not how it is.
Well, I'm going to Bankhead.
You're judging a continent off of the small amount of people you've met from that continent.
Man, it's China.
Not a true depiction.
Look, there's a lot of continents. All I'm saying is this right here. If those people working together, the landscape of the world will be different. People of color around the world. Look at Haiti. Perfect example. Why is Haiti such a poor country? All right, you don't know. Okay. So the reason why Haiti is so poor is because when they tried to enslave those people fought back and kicked them the hell out of their country. So the consequence of that is, hey, we're not going to trade with you. If we can't pimp you, we're going to make sure you're not going to be a part of this international commerce. Now,
they did the same thing to Jamaica with British rule.
There you go. So imagine if the clowns in Africa had their self together where they were unified. Do you think that Jamaica, do you think that Haiti will be poor? No way possible, brother. No way possible. But anyway, on a whole different note, brother, I appreciate you. And I stood on the Trump thing. Like I said, I don't have nothing against Obama at all. I think that he was a great example of, number one, black families. And he was a great example for all Americans. I think that what we saw was a class act. But everybody should have been proud of him because he always carried himself with class and respect and represented all Americans well. And so you cannot take that from him, and I won't take that from him. But I can also clearly see, as far as being an African American, I can see the results. And I can honestly say that during his administration, even though he did a whole lot for a lot of people, for the 95% votes that we gave him on both elections, we didn't get anything from that. And I think that's a bigger problem that we have in our community as far as keep voting Democrats. I'm not for the Democrats or the Republicans. But the bottom line is I don't understand how we keep voting Democrats and we're not getting anything for our vote. At what point do you stop?
Let me give some facts, man. Let me just give you some facts so that you may think about that opinion. Now, I respect your opinion. It's okay for us to disagree. But here's the fact. Immediately when Obama got in office, he turned down the $88 million that was appropriated for HBCUs. Turned it down. They ripped him like he was a dog. But the reason he turned that down, because had he had accepted it, that was only what they would have got. When Obama left office, they were giving $1.5 trillion to HBCUs. He changed that all the way around. I went to an HBCU. I know how difficult it was.
So how much? So how much money did the rest of those schools get?
It wasn't about the rest of the school. It was about the HBCUs because of the inner city.
Once again, we're not going anywhere because, like I said, that's the same argument.
But that was the question
because you're not
because
because you're isolating HBCUs like he didn't help all of the colleges. That's just like another person that loves Obama so much, I asked, what has he done for us? Hey, we got good health care. Everybody got that. Like, everything they say that he's done was for everybody.
Everybody.
You're isolating. No, you miss it.
No matter how
it is. No. You miss it. It is a college. He helped a lot of colleges, not just HBCUs. I don't know why you keep ignoring that.
What I think you were expecting was Obama to give you a check, and that ain't how it works.
I didn't tell you.
Was he just like you say how family value was important. He made sure you were able to get health care so you can have your children and you can go to work.
Didn't the gays want to? Didn't the gays want to get married? Didn't the gays want to get married?
What that got to do with what he's doing for black people?
What I'm saying is this: they are a specific group of people. They came together to support him. They put money behind him. He delivered on what they wanted. They are a specific group of people that benefited from him. You're not. Hold on. You're not gay. But what I'm telling you is they are a specific group of people that came together and he gave them what they wanted specifically. You just can't get me to change my mind, bro, on a situation where he's helping all of the colleges, which includes HBCUs, and you're saying that, okay, because HBCUs is black, that's how he helped. No, bro, he helped all those colleges, particularly community colleges. That's what he ran on. So when you go and you got 8 years to find it. When you find something specifically that he did for us, you let me know. And then in the meantime,
he didn't give $1.5 trillion to every college and university. He gave it to historically black ones.
What I'm asking you, if he gave $1.5 trillion to HBCUs, then that means he gave $4 trillion to everybody else.
No,
okay.
He did not.
All right, cool.
Google it. Hey, you can go.
I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna agree or disagree, brother. I don't think you have accurate information.
I don't think you want to hear what Obama did for black people then.
Because it's nothing. It's nothing to say. It's a short conversation.
Well, are you kidding me?
It's
you
nothing.
say that some of them people that gave them their dream. You know how many black people dream to have a degree? They can't even get into college. You know how much does that he changed? See, I went to I'm an alumni. I participate in the school. I speak to the students. And they all have the same problem.
Let me ask you this. What year?
They ain't got no money.
What year did Obama get in office?
In 2008.
What year did you start college?
Oh, it didn't work for me.
No. I just answered the question, brother.
In 1990.
Okay. So there were people going to college.
Well, let me show you how it been.
They were going. Hey, look.
Because guess what? If I got a child that had to go through the struggle that I had to just to get in that school.
Man, look. I'm going to say this without doing any research, but I bet that the HELP grant, when maybe now since they changed it, that's a whole nother debate. But I think that the HOPE grant here in Georgia probably helped more black people than Obama did in Georgia.
Oh, you got to be out of your mind.
In the state of Georgia, I believe that.
See, you come on, Darnay. You don't have to be so biased towards it. The fact is the fact. And I know you somebody who depends on facts to be able to guide you.
Show me.
But that's the fact.
Yeah.
Google it. They came down on him about it. Why did you turn down the $88 million for historically black? He don't do nothing for black people. He turned that down because if he had accepted it, that was all that they would have got. He turned it down. And he immediately got $150 million or $300 million or something. And he kept building on it every year. He made dreams come true for people. So he couldn't write you a check. The government would never allow him to do that. He didn't even pose that question because he knew it would fail. What he did do was make it available for you to get some child care when you need it and be able to have a job and be able to eat until you can get your paycheck together. And if you ain't going to school, your child can. And you got health care.
Yeah, all that's for everybody. And if they had all that money,
See, you didn't have to worry about that, Darnie. You've had money since Obama was president, and so did I. But the fact of the matter is he not only did it help those that were impoverished, it helped the middle class too. Because I suffered from the corporate loss under Bush, just like everybody did.
Once again,
and the condition that the country was in at that time, if Trump had took office then, we would be a third world country right now.
Yeah, the point that you continue to keep missing is, like I said, whatever he gave to HBCUs, he tripled that amount with everyone else. And secondly, hey, why they didn't bring Morris Brown back?
You need to have some facts on that.
Hey, why they didn't bring more? They was giving away that much money. Morris Brown would have still been here right now. So that's a whole.
No, don't blame that on Obama.
Hey, I ain't blaming it on him. I'm just saying.
Don't blame that on Obama.
Hey, I'm not blaming it on him, but I'm just saying, if he was giving all that money away, hey, they could have brought Morris Brown back, and it could have been 4 schools in the AU right now. So once again,
well, unfortunately, you can't save everybody, but he saved a lot of other schools because my school was going under too, and he saved it.
Should have came to the house, my brother. Should have came to the house. But it's all good. It's nice talking to you, brother. I'm gonna let you roll with. I'm definitely seeing you some facts, but when you come on my timeline, I'm at you. You come on my timeline, I'm at you. You better have some facts to back yourself up when you get on there, because it's serious out here.
I got my facts together. You don't want to hear it.
No, brother.
But I still love you, though.
I love you too, brother. But hey, we got the facts look kind of. Hey, I don't know, but I'm gonna check. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do some research on these colleges, and I'm gonna get at you.
Yeah, you're gonna get at me. You're gonna thank me for that, man. You enjoy the show.
Hey, all right, brother. Take care, man.